Everybody, this is Dr. Flight. I hope you're doing great. Welcome to Marketing CBAD 350 Principles of Marketing for Maymester. I'm super excited to have you in class. I am excited about marketing, and I hope that through the course of the next 4 weeks, you'll have a lot of engagement in the course and learn a lot about marketing. This course is a principles of marketing course. So we have coverage in a lot of different areas that involve the area or the function of marketing within a business context. So this class will have a lot of different majors in it. I don't expect everyone who's taking the course to be marketing majors. So hopefully you'll be able to find some synergy between the marketing function and whatever your degree program is, and whether you're a minor or a major in the College of Business or whatever your pursuits are. I'm here to help. I'm here to help facilitate the material and answer any questions that you have. This course is entirely online. So there are certain requirements that you'll need, including a computer and access to the internet and some things like that. So this is just simply a welcome message, walk through some of the aspects of the course that you can expect to see. And by all means, reach out to me if you have any questions or concerns as the term commences and gets going. So I have on the screen here our Moodle page, and on this page you're going to find pretty much everything that you need for the course, for the most part. So again, when we do this, you should probably start here at the very beginning and take your time, go through the Moodle page, and make sure that things seem logical and straightforward for you to be able to find. We have, again, the start here area, have a little introduction letter, some things to do right away. Log into Moodle, make sure you're familiar with the platform if you're not already. Review the syllabus, review our schedule. Access course materials through McGraw-Hill. We'll use McGraw-Hill and McGraw-Hill Connect pretty heavily, so you should have access to those. If you do not do first day complete or first day complete access to course materials, then you'll need to subscribe to Connect to have access to the textbook, and also the learning platform that we use here for the course. The other thing noted here on this introduction letter is this complete the first day quiz. So there'll be a short little quiz. It's important for you to take that to test your software, test your computer, make sure you have connectivity, and familiarize yourself with Moodle, the test taking features of Moodle, and things like that. Okay, so again, on this page it has a review of the course, but also down below as we scroll down, that introduction quiz is right here. So within the first 2 or 3 days of the course, you need to go ahead and take that. It's not for credit, it's just to acknowledge that you are in the course. If you don't take that, then past the census date, then you'll be dropped from the course, because I won't know that you're taking it or not, or staying in the course. So be sure to take that quiz, and that will give us an indication that you're actively involved and have started the process of the course itself. Again, also in Moodle, we have our schedule and the content for the course. We have our syllabus. Other links in the Get Started area, just connecting with McGraw-Hill. Some resources there as well. First Day Complete, if you haven't, if you're participating in that, you're probably already linked into that. But if you're not, there's a external tool to click and utilize there as well. Okay, so again, Moodle has a lot on here, just information about the course, all your materials that you're going to need. A lot of them are here. So, basically, when we look at this course, there's the textbook and the textbook resources. But then, if we scroll a little bit further down here, past the assignments, which we'll talk about in a minute, past the tests, then we have these areas here where we go chapter by chapter. Each chapter has its own little area. So chapter one is the introduction to marketing. It kind of gives you an idea of what you should be doing, what's involved there. But then also I have my lecture videos. So above and beyond the textbook, we have videos that I've created that review the material for the chapter, for each chapter. I cover the things that I feel are most important, and have organized it that way. So every single chapter has a set of videos to support your learning process. They go along with the textbook, they go along with the learning that you're doing, each module, as I call them. And then again, there are 15 chapters, so there's a lot of work, a lot of material to cover, and they kind of go through this in this process. So, as we're going to look at this, I will pop over here. I've mentioned a couple resources for you already: your course syllabus, and then the course schedule and content. These are two documents that are super important that you want to be fairly clear on, or at least have access to. And so if we look at what these things look like, I'll bring over the schedule and what the schedule looks like. When you pull up the schedule, it's going to look like this. And so pre-course, this is where we are right now. The things that you should be doing as you start the course is log into Moodle, listen to this video or watch the video, review the syllabus and the schedule, and make sure you have access to McGraw-Hill. That's really what you want to do as you start the course. And then once we get into the course, again, each module is a chapter, and there are things that you should be doing. You have resources to learn the material in those. We have videos. There are videos on these 4 different topics, for instance, from chapter 1, which are available to you. Again, those are my videos that I've created for you. There's a smart book assignment, and again, we'll talk about that here in just a moment, but that's with Connect and McGraw-Hill. So each chapter has a smart book assignment for you to complete for a grade. And then there may be a homework assignment. It's every other week or so. We have a homework component, again, through Connect, which we'll show you in a second. And then basically every 3 chapters, there's a test. So again, the tests will be 3 chapters of material at a time. There are 5 tests because we have 15 chapters, so 5 tests with 3 chapters covered each time. We'll kind of cement this material and give you a good basis for moving forward in the College of Business curriculum, especially if you're a marketing major. But again, applies to everybody who's a college, a business minor or major. This is content that you'll use in your areas as well, to be fully rounded. So when we look at this test one, these 3 chapters are all on test 1. Chapter 1, chapter 4, and then chapter 2. So we go in a little bit of a different order, but so keep in mind that that's what's happening there. And again, we have a couple homework assignments. Chapter 1 and then chapter 2, we have homework assignments through Connect. And you can scroll down and just kind of see how the entire course is laid out. It's the same pattern, more or less, throughout the entire content of the course. Please note that all the due dates, everything is due on or before June 6th. So June 6th is the last day of the term, and so everything needs to be done before then. And you can go at your own pace. You can do things very quickly. If you so choose to do that, you can knock things out very rapidly, or which I certainly advise you not to do. Don't wait to the last minute to get things done. But if you want to plan your 4 week course and your time commitments to that, you can certainly do that. That's the flexibility that we like to try to do in online courses. It's not always this flexible, but this certainly is. So June 6th is the end date. That's the date that everything has to be completed by. All right, so again, that's the framework of the course. That's how the course is designed conceptually. This is the content and the scheduling elements that you should really be very aware of, and just kind of know what you're doing as you're planning out your time in this material. The other document, again, that's super important is this course syllabus. And if you click on the course syllabus, you're going to get all the information that you would want from the course. Describes what the course is all about, who I am, my contact information, which, by the way, I'm happy to meet with anybody, typically by Zoom with an online course. Just simply reach out to me. You can email me. That's the easiest thing to do. Just give me an email and reach out to me and let me know you want to meet, and we will schedule a time to do that. So this is entirely online. We have, again, the videos and the digital components of the course available to you. We have a course description, which is from the catalog. There are certain things we want you to learn as a result of taking this course. And so the assignments and the content that we assess over helps cover these concepts, course objectives, and what you should be able to do when you're done with this course. When we look at the grading scale, and this is always an important area to really settle in and think about, there are really only 3 areas that we test on or grade on here. One would be the homework assignments, which I've mentioned already, that happen periodically through the term. There are 10 different homework assignments, each worth 20 points. And then there's a smart book assignment, as I've already mentioned, one for each of the 15 chapters, and those are worth 10 points apiece. Now remember, we also have 5 tests. So those tests cover 3 chapters each. Those are in Moodle. Those are Moodle exams. And so those are worth 75 points each. And you can see that distribution here. So the total course has a total of 725 points. And the grading scheme to the right here, the grading scale shows you the percent as a percentage of 725 what you would receive for each of those. And Moodle in the grade portion should provide you with that percentage. So you'll be able to see that as you're going, and it'll be updated pretty quickly. The tests, just so you know, there are components that are open-ended, which I grade manually. So I typically grade once or twice a week, and make sure everything's all caught up. So those grades won't be immediately available to you until I manually grade them. But everything else should be pretty up to date pretty quickly for you. So you'll know where you stand in the course and how your performance is. Okay, so also there's a little description. The tests, the application assignments, and the smart book assignments are described a little here. They're pretty self-explanatory, but at the same time, if you have any questions, I want you to reach out to me and just simply ask. There's very little interaction between you and other classmates, but again, we create a fairly open environment. So this is a learning environment. So please reach out to me if you have any questions about some of the details or course policies here. We're here to help you through the process. But again, a Maymester course is 4 weeks, so we have to do a lot of work in a very short period of time. So manage your time well, make a plan for yourself and when you're going to do your work every day. and on a weekly basis. When you're going to take those 5 tests, again, stress to you not to wait to the end of the term to do it. That usually provides a lot of stress on you, and it's unneeded, quite frankly. Okay, so yeah, so this is the introduction. This is the start. Start here, review those basic things. As you kind of go through the Moodle area, you'll see the homework assignments, and you're going to see links to McGraw-Hill. These are the SmartBook assignment links, and then after that, we'll have the 10 homework assignments. And again, if you look at the schedule, refer to the schedule, you'll see which ones go with which modules, which weeks. They more or less go in order, but you may be sure you're doing the chapter work and then that homework assignment that corresponds with that chapter to be the best, have the most success. You kind of want to do that. Okay, next section we scroll down, we have our 5 quizzes. Again, each of these quizzes, or tests rather, they're tests. Each test covers 3 different modules or 3 chapters each. So they're available for you in that area. And then as you scroll down Moodle, you get to the bulk of the course. You get to see what the course looks like and see how that all shapes up there. Okay, so your view that you look at may look a little bit like this, which is perfectly fine. I do have tiles here, so if you want to jump directly to one chapter, then you have these options. Again, we have the start here area, homework and assignments, tests, and then we start the actual content of the course. Okay, so again, this should all be pretty laid out pretty carefully, I think, for you to navigate pretty pretty well. Certainly, I'll send announcements out to the class using announcements. These will probably get dropped into your email areas, so you might get emails, and that's what these would look like. But at the same time, this is the kind of the announcement area where you'll see those types of things. Okay, so Moodle again has a lot here for you on day one, ready to go for you to work through. The other thing I wanted to just show you was the Connect. Oopsie, that shouldn't be looking like that. We should be able to look at what Connect looks like. Again, this is Maymester 25 for CBAD 350. You should have your course material. The textbook is available to you. So that's good. And then assignments here, we have our smart books. These SBs on the side here are smart books. Each one should take probably about an hour to work through. So if you read the chapter, please do. Please read the material, then do the smart book. You should have a lot of success with those. Moving on, once we get into these little boxes that have the red, these are the assignments, 10 different assignments. And so if you go directly into Connect, you'll see this stuff here. If you link through Moodle, if you click the Moodle links to here, you'll probably go right into the assignment areas. But if you go to Connect, overall, or McGraw-Hill space overall, then it's going to all be in one place like this. Okay, so again, we're covering a lot. I don't want to spend too much time as an introduction, except that I do want to make sure you have all the information you need to get the course started. I am super excited to have you in class, and again, I'm a resource for you. I'm here to help navigate any of these areas or any of these things that you need to work through. What I'd like you to do first, again, is go to the Start Here area of Moodle, read through the material, become familiar with the course content and the syllabus. And then, when we have this available to you, go ahead and do this introduction to the course quiz, and we'll get things started there. So thanks again. I look forward to getting to know you better. Hopefully, hopefully all will be good for you. You'll have a good term. And again, I'm super excited for what we'll be able to do together and learn a little bit more about marketing. All right. Thanks.